Regina Johnson was a native of San Diego. At 55 years of age, she was an attractive, vibrant woman. She was meticulous and dressed impeccably, always turning heads. She was living the dream of many American women, to be beautiful and married to a wealthy, self-employed husband. Regina had met Reuben Williams at a wedding in Chicago, and Reuben happened to own a chain of car dealerships that covered 3 states and included 14 locations. She knew he was wealthy, but aside from that, Regina was attracted to Reuben's confidence from the moment they met. Reuben said it was love at first sight. They married, and he took good care of his wife and her 18-year-old daughter, Aaliyah, as only a wealthy man could. He spared no expense when it came to them. Reuben treated Aaliyah like his own, often spending time with her, talking and teaching her about anything and everything. Over time, Reuben expanded his businesses and became even more successful, adding locations every year. He was the success story that most people envied and aspired to be like. Regina enjoyed a peaceful, quiet life as an upper-middle-class wife, driving her expensive car and living in her large family condominium, until one day she stumbled across Reuben's text messages on his cell phone and discovered that he had violated their marriage with Aaliyah. The messages were graphic and detailed, and very adult. He had done the unthinkable, the unspeakable. Probably in a hurry, Reuben had gone to the store and left his phone on the couch armrest. Once she realized that the screen lock had not activated, Regina automatically opened it and went in. She didn't expect to see anything important as she scrolled through his phone, knowing she would have 10 minutes to search before he would be pulling back into the driveway. As she read the conversation between Aaliyah and Reuben, she confirmed one of her worst nightmares as a mother and wife. She had been betrayed by her daughter and her husband, living in a house made out of lies, alone inside her own family. It all clicked suddenly. She realized that since Aaliyah had left for college, Reuben and she seemed to be slightly distant. He was gone all the time and always seemed to be on his phone texting. She had noticed that Reuben could always get a hold of Aaliyah on his first try, while she always had to text more than once to get an answer back from Aaliyah now that she was in college. Regina had picked up on the little signs from Reuben and Aaliyah, but she didn't want to believe that such an ugly thing could happen. She didn't think it was possible that they would both decide to betray her. But they did. She had seen the proof. The text messages revealed it all. Reuben had been sneaking off to see Aaliyah at college behind Regina's back. It was all so clear now. Regina was in anguish, knowing that her marriage was basically over and that Reuben had betrayed her. She snapped. She exploded in anger, storming downstairs to confront Reuben, but encountered Aaliyah and shot her. She unalived her own daughter in cold blood. Reuben had gone to the store to get snacks, which was why he had left his phone. He was coming right back. When Reuben did come back home, Regina confronted him with the text messages she had read and demanded that he admit what he had done. Reuben denied any wrongdoing for over an hour until Regina's pressure made him cave and admit that he was having an affair with Aaliyah. He had no idea that she had already shot Aaliyah and that she was unalive in the back room. Regina let him completely confess to what he had done, asked a few questions, and suddenly also shot Reuben. In the blink of an eye, she had taken the lives of her husband and daughter. For 3 days, Regina stayed in the condo with the 2 bodies and didn't call 911. She stayed inside, trying to get her thoughts together, unsure of what to do next. She finally called an out-of-town family member to report what she had done, and they called 911. The police arrived to a scene of chaos and death. Aaliyah and Reuben were both pronounced unalive due to gunshot wounds by EMS. Regina was arrested. She was charged with 2 counts of murder and given no bond. Upon her mental evaluation, there was controversy regarding her mental capacity and whether she qualified for an insanity defense. After a few court-mandated mental tests were given, Regina was deemed competent and suitable for trial. She pleaded not guilty to both counts of murder. Her defense argued that she had shot Reuben after witnessing him shoot Aaliyah. This was debunked by the prosecution, as there was evidence that Reuben had come home later. In the end, she was found guilty and sentenced to 80 years for the murders of Aaliyah and Reuben Johnson.